Hi, I'm Navid Ansari, and in this video I'm gonna show you everything about buying 3D object, what you should buy, is it really game ready, and how you can import it in Unreal Engine 5. So without any further ado, let's begin. So for example, I did download two objects in here. One of them are okay and one of them is not okay. So for example, let's just go to CG Trader, okay? CG Trader and you want to buy a 3D model. You know it that Unreal Engine have something that is called nanite, right? And nanite can make very high polygon mesh playable in Unreal in game, right? So in here, for example, I want to find some 3D asset, okay? For example, I want to find a dragon, right? And you can see these tags: rigged, animated, low poly, and PBR. What those mean? First of all, rig. When a 3D model rigged, you can animate it in Unreal Engine and you can animate it wherever you want. It's rigged. Everything is done for you. But in some case, they are saying that is rigged, but it's not properly rigged. So the next thing is animated, and you know it, even when it has some animation, but how many animation it has, it is important. Next one, low poly. In Unreal Engine 5 we have nanite, so if it's low poly, maybe it's not too much important for us, but it's a good practice to use a low poly, because in some cases nanite object doesn't work well with lumen and lighting, right? So if you can find something low poly, I think it's better to use it. Next one, PBR. And I will talk about PBR a lot. It's important to have all of these properties, but not all of the project in here has those. So for example, this one has it and this one doesn't has it because it's just a static mesh. It doesn't need to be rigged, but maybe you need to rig it, right? So this one is rigged, animated, and low poly. You can see it's not saying PBR. And I will show you how many problem it can create when it doesn't have PBR. So I did download two of them. One of them is okay and one of them is not okay. So for example, this one, you can search this and you can find it, okay? So let's just first open it in Blender. You don't need to know anything about Blender. Just watch this video. You don't need to do anything. And you can see it is rigged. All of these things around it, it means that this is rigged, right? You can see amount of vertices, amount of edges, faces, and triangles. Most important one, the triangles. I think that is a good character, and for adding this character you can just go to file, go to export, FBX, and you can export it by just default value in here, and you can import it in Unreal Engine 5. Let's just collapse this to show you something else. You can see with this object there is FBX as well, so we don't need to convert it to FBX. So that's cool. That's a good idea to have all the formats that we need. In most cases we need FBX because Unreal Engine support FBX, right? So let me talk about that PBR, okay? So for example, in here you can see it give you three texture in here. One of them is for base color, one of them is for normals, and one of them is for roughness and metallic. And you can see it here. And whenever you have textures, not material, textures for your character, it will be game ready, because when you just use tree texture on a 3D model, it will be fast and it won't lower your FPS. You can spawn 100,000 of them, right? So again, let's just go back here. I want to show you something else. Right now I'm in layout, and in here you can see there are some objects to create this, right? So you can see if I click on this body and click in here, for example, you can see the body and the eye and the, let me show you, the tongue and eye and its teeth, all of them are separated. So that's a good thing, because in Unreal Engine you can animate this, and in Blender as well you can animate it, and it's easy to animate it, right? So for importing these to Unreal Engine, let's just open up Unreal Engine. I did import it here, but let me delete it. I want to import it again because I try my best to have a video that is scripted, right? So now let's just go to Unreal Engine and import it. In here I did create a folder. I want to create another folder in here, my character, or let's just say one. This is another folder number one. And what you can do, you can just like this, drag and drop the FBX file to here, and it says, do you want to import it or not? In here, you can see, first of all, it says, do you want to build nanite? And you should decide if you want to build the nanite for it or not, because this model is a low poly. You don't need to do it, because in some cases, I did say it, nanite don't work good with lumen and lighting, right? And let's just leave all the property as default and click import all. You can see the building of shader is too fast. Why? Because it's just using 3 texture, right? It automatically import the texture, it automatically create a material for us. Let me show you. And it just have 3 texture, and it will be much faster than when you want to create your own material with a lot of nodes. This way, it will be good for mobile, it will be good for all the systems out there when you create your material with textures, not with procedural nodes. Okay, so now let's just add this character to our scene. I want to go here, I add this character, let's just delete this, and you can see all the characters in here, all the static mesh in here has just one material and just this material, and that's a good thing because you can do a lot of cool stuff in Niagara easily with this kind of static mesh that has just one material and with textures, right? So know how we can add it to our project. I know you know how to do it. Just select all the object in here, because the 000 point in Blender is this. So the pivot point for all of these objects in this character will be this, okay, in Unreal Engine. So if we add all of these, you can see all of them in the correct place. We have the eye. It's a cool character. You can download it. It's free, right? That was how you can import a 3D static mesh to Unreal Engine 5. In next video, I will show you how you can import a bad design 3D model with not game ready, with not PBR, with not rig, without anything, just a bad 3D model, how you can add it to Unreal Engine 5. So until next video, please, 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 if you want to help me, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's my honor to have you here. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.